The beginning. Before laptops, smartphones, and the internet, there was a machine that changed history forever. Meet ENIAC, one of the world's first general-purpose electronic computers. Built in 1945, ENIAC was completed in 1945 at the University of Pennsylvania, marking the beginning of the electronic computing era. The inventors. It was designed by John Mauchly and J. Presper Eckert, two brilliant engineers who helped shape the future of computing. Bigger than a house. ENIAC wasn't a small machine. It filled an entire room, covered about 1,800 square feet, and weighed around 27 tons. Thousands of vacuum tubes. Instead of tiny computer chips, ENIAC used nearly 18,000 vacuum tubes to perform calculations. Massive power consumption. The machine consumed around 140 kilowatts of electricity, far more than a typical modern home. How fast was it? For its time, ENIAC was incredibly fast, performing thousands of calculations every second. What was it used for? It was originally built to help the U.S. Army calculate artillery firing tables and solve complex mathematical problems. A revolutionary machine tasks that once took people days to complete could now be finished in a fraction of the time. The digital revolution begins. ENIAC proved that electronic computers could solve real-world problems, opening the door to modern computing. Inside ENIAC were thousands of wires connecting every part of the machine. Every calculation depended on these complex electrical connections. Programming. ENIAC wasn't easy. Engineers had to manually plug in cables and adjust switches for every new task. How it did calculations. Instead of computer chips, ENIAC relied on thousands of glowing vacuum tubes to process information. Input and output data was entered using punched cards, and the results were printed on paper. There were no keyboards, no mouse, and no screens. ENIAC and the U.S. Army. ENIAC was developed to help the U.S. Army perform calculations faster and more accurately during wartime. Solving complex problems. It solved difficult mathematical equations that would have taken humans much longer to complete. The team behind ENIAC, engineers, mathematicians, and programmers worked together for years to make this incredible machine a reality. A computer that never slept, ENIAC often operated continuously, consuming enormous amounts of electricity while running complex calculations. Constant maintenance vacuum tubes frequently burned out, so engineers regularly replaced them to keep ENIAC running. From ENIAC to your pocket. From a 27-ton giant that filled an entire room to the smartphone in your pocket today, ENIAC helped shape the future of modern computing. Without inventions like ENIAC, the digital world we know today would look very different. What invention